Hello, Lady and the Frogs here. It's been a while since I've done a vlog, so I thought, hell, I better jump on and start doing one. If you're new around here, I am an eBay reseller, and yeah, that's how I earn my living. So I'm rushing out to the post because apparently we've got a delivery coming. What did my husband, it's from my husband, so he sent me the text message. I think his name was Kybosh or something. No, the Kyber. Mr. The Kyber is coming, the Kyber are coming. So I've got to get the post done. I wasn't going to do it until later, but now I know that I've got until 12. So things that are going out are this t-shirt, which has been around for ages. So that has gone for $8.99, no, $7.99. This is Stella Stanley, I think. Yeah, Stella Stanley, which is organic cotton, and they do a lot of these things, but I think this has got damage on it. And then I've got this, which has gone for 15 actually. This is a size 6. I know it's a size 6 because this is stuff that I've had donated from family. This is H&M Conscience. So that's not something that I would necessarily dabble in, but you know, there we go. And then another one which is like a similar brand, Zara. This is something that I did pick up myself, which is one of the reasons why I'm a bit down on Zara. That's just fluff. So this is actually brand new with tags, and I got for $4.99 for this that somebody sent me an offer on, and I just thought, blow it, it's been around for ages. It's actually £40 originally. I do pick Zara up. Coats are okay. Yeah, coats are okay. This is another Zara thing that I've got here, which was another thing that was donated from family. I know this was £30 originally. This has had loads of watches. I had it on for 20 and nobody was biting, and I think I sent offers out for 15, and then somebody sent me an offer for $12.99, and I've just taken it because who cares? I mean, the rate I'm going to have like a Zara algorithm. But then I've sold these for 18, which I thought that I'd sold all of these. These are fat face chinos. So they can sling their up. I don't like having a lot of light coloured items. One of the things that I've been doing this week, as I'm sure you'll notice, because this is a big pile of stuff which is photographed and drafted, ready, and I've got another pile here of stuff which, when it stops raining and being cloudy, I will be listing. I will be photographing, but it's quite hard, you know, and I find that this is the problem with this time of year, is that you end up just, the moment there's a little bit of sunlight, if you rely on natural sunlight, which I do, you end up going absolutely crazy trying to get loads of photos done. And I feel like I'm at that scene at the end of Dracula, the Francis Ford Coppola one, with Gary Oldman when the sun's going down and he's in the back of this thing and there's horsemen chasing him. I'm the madman. I am the religious madman. So I'm just getting these away. Although I hoovered twice yesterday, the other problem I'm having with autumn is there's loads of leaves that keep coming in, and they're like really, really little, weird, silly leaves that keep coming in the door and ruining my clean rug, which I do all my photographs on. So I'm just going to put these in the poly bag before we pick up some nonsense. So, other two things which I've got is a nondescript book, which is actually The Secret Garden. Annoyingly, I've done a few, I put a load of my ISBNs in to Zip It, and I think this is one of the ones that was on Zip It. So that's a bit annoying. I hardly got anything that came through on Zipit as something they would accept, so it is a bit annoying. And then the last thing, this is the only like banger of a sale. This is Peruvian Connection. I only paid £1 for this, but I've got 30 for it. Peruvian Connection. Yeah, I mean, it is nice. It's the first time I've ever found Peruvian Connection, but I don't know, I'm a bit confused as to who really wants a short sleeve jumper. I've got a few like short sleeve jumpers from, you know, really decent brands, and I'm like, well, who, if you want a jumper, surely you want a jumper, you don't want this nonsense going on. But there you go. So that can go away, and that's everything. And I'm gonna quickly zoom out. So everything, what I'm going to be doing is just listing today. I'm on a bit of a, well, there's lots of people on Instagram who are doing a listing challenge, mainly shopping with Sophie, but there's a few people, other people who are doing it. And it has stopped me going outsourcing, but I haven't planned to go outsourcing because I haven't been that well. The last week, well, I was supposed to be going for my 3 yearly smear test, and I couldn't do it for, you know, because my period had come a week early. So that was really annoying. And now I actually think I might call the doctor today. Although I went to try and get some sense out of the nurse because I feel like I've been left to it with my problems downstairs. But it ain't even right. You know, I don't want to get into it, but it's so not right. Last time when I was really bad like this, I went to Casualty and they basically told me to piss off and that I should be, my primary care should be dealing with it, but my primary care don't deal with it, which is why I went for my appointment even though I knew they couldn't do the test, because I just wanted to speak to somebody and actually see the expression on their face when I told them the reality of what I'm going through. So now I know that it probably isn't caused by fibroids. There probably is something else going on. But you see, then when you're not really getting any help, if you just Google it, the only thing that ever comes up when you Google anything is the C word. So I don't know what I'm doing, and it's just annoying. So that's one of the reasons why I've stayed in and I've just been listing, because I just don't want to go out at the moment. Besides which, the eBay Open is on. Well, it was on at the beginning, 2 days this week. And it's right near my 2 honey holes. So I was just thinking, I don't want to get in a scrum. So let's get on with the stuff that I need doing. So this, well, I did over 40 items yesterday photographing because it was really good sunlight. I think I'm going to get a few sunny spells on Friday, so that, which is ironed and ready, should be able to get photographed. And then that means that all my clothing, which has been in my way, this is this bloody leaf. They're these leaves. They're not even like normal leaves. It's just a little stupid leaf, like looks like a club. Yeah, so all my clothing is now there and there or away listed. So I'd be quite happy to get into that position. I've got to do my tax return because I swore blind that I was going to do it by the end of September, and today's the 30th. So I'm going to go on and file that. It's all ready. My spreadsheet's up to date. So I can just do that. Because I'm going through things, and if there's a stain on it, which I've been like going at, I've been getting rid of those things and just redonating them. So I need to be able to take the line items out of my spreadsheet so that I'm not confused as to what I'm doing. The decluttering thing I've been trying to do hasn't been really going that well, because the trouble with this 30-day challenge, which the decluttering challenge, so on day 1 you do 1 item, day 2 you do 2 items, which is great at the beginning, but then once you get to like day 15, every time you do it, you're getting like 15 plus items that you want to get rid of, and they're just like, well, I want to get rid of them properly, or do I want to list them on eBay? And then it's just compounding the problem. So I don't recommend the 30-day decluttering challenge unless you know that you're going to get it out straight away. It was okay initially when I was doing it and I was getting a bag of stuff and I was taking it to the charity shop or taking it to the charity bin, but then the charity bin got full. I have no idea why. So that success that I was having with that has now ended because I can't just hurl it in there. So frustrating. But anyway, I'm going to keep plugging on with it. I am going to do it, but it's taken me, it's not been a continuous 30 days. I keep doing a bit of it and then getting annoyed and then not doing it. So I've sort of like picked it up and started it numerous times. So these minimalism types, they do really well with that, but my goodness, there must be the amount of discipline that you have to do that must be crazy. And as you can see, I'm not a minimalist, and there's no chance that that's going to happen, is there? Right, I'm going to get to the post office so I can get back here and wait for the Khyber to arrive. The Khyber are part of DPD. I'm just a bit concerned because I don't think that they're familiar with what a doorbell is. And there's an intercom and it's not next to the door, so I'm going to put a message on the door explaining what an intercom is. Hello, it's the 1st of October. Friday the 1st of October. I'm still feeling like I haven't achieved much this year, you know, and now it's nearly over. So I am pulling my post stuff which I've got to post. So the first things that I've got, this was easy because it was something that I listed yesterday. I listed 16 things yesterday. I'd like to list some more today, but I think that this rain is going to stop by about lunchtime. So I'm going to photograph the rest of the stuff which I've got there. So this is a Frank Lyman vest top. Somebody offered me $12.99 for that, so it was taken. It's weird because that's the sort of offer that I would send out. And then I've sold these pair of jeans, which are Long Tall Sally. There's a few flaws on that which I've listed. I've got £20 for that, and then I've got a whole load of other stuff which I've got to pull out. Oh yes, you can see the clock. So it's 9:30. I am functioning. It's taken me ages this morning. So this is green tea because I can't cope with coffee because I feel that ill. I've had some paracetamol, which has got caffeine in it, so I'm hoping that's not going to mess me up. Somebody put a comment on my video, one of my videos, my older videos, because I know I've put loads of like jigsaw videos on, but the reason is, as I've said, it's because I haven't been very well. This has been the 8th day of my period now, and this should be the day that it started, because I'm contraceptive pill controlled, hence why I just feel so irritated. I'm just exhausted. It's taken me ages to sort of get going today. I'd really like to get more done, but I'm just feeling so exhausted. I'd be doing charity shop hauls, but I don't leave the house at the moment because I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm like getting through these leggings. I've got to put the wash on again because otherwise I'm going to run out of clothes. Because I'm bleeding so much, I need to take iron tablets, which are in the other room. But when I take them, I end up with diarrhea. But I don't know. The night that I had the other night was really... I had a bath because I felt awful and I didn't feel right, and I passed 3 blood clots. So that probably explains why I'm so bad. And they're about 2 to 3 inches wide. So that's probably underestimating it. So that's, hang on a minute. You know how big this is. we're talking that diameter, and 3 of them in one evening. So yeah, I've been doing jigsaws and been doing other things because I am that exhausted. But then I just thought, well, let's just put something on my YouTube channel. Let's do something productive, because it's still stuff which I need to sell. But if you're dealing with that, you know, you're going to be a bit miserable. However, I can't see my letter now. Well, it's on the sofa. I have had a letter at last. It seems that going and pushing my doctor probably did do me some good. So 4th of November, so in a month's time. I'm just hoping that when I go and see my doctor, I'm going to see the nurse again next Friday to hopefully have my smear test properly, because I don't know, I'm at the point now where I am convinced I've got cancer, because I don't see how 1 centimetre fibroids can be causing, you know, 3 of them in an evening. It just doesn't stack up to me. But yeah, so 4th of November. Luckily this place is in a really good sourcing area, so hopefully I'll be able to do some good sourcing that day if I'm not exhausted with other things. Well, I don't know, maybe they're going to put me on a better pill, I don't know, but I know what it is. I know they don't have a solution, and it does annoy me really, because this is a whole year now since I've had COVID, and all of this started when I had COVID. So yeah, there's something about blood clots and COVID in general, you know, not vaccine, COVID in general, that just seems to just mess with your reproductive system. So yeah, I don't know. I am trying to focus, but I just feel faint. I feel headachy, and I just generally feel awful. And I felt like that now for a week, and I just keep thinking, no, it'll blow over. I have done some exercise, so I've done a few workouts, but I've been doing workouts all month, and I really hoped that it would make a difference, but it hasn't. So yeah, I'm not going to give in. One of the I do think I had a productive day yesterday, because I just sat and did listing, but obviously I only got 16 things on, but that's okay. I'm going to pull the rest of my post and show you now, but I just thought I'd explain why there's been a bit of radio silence. I don't really go very far from the flat at the moment, because I just don't know what I'm dealing with from one moment to the next. That evening when I had the incident, I sat in the bathtub, hence why I knew how big they were, because I could just feel something was going wrong. So sometimes I just feel better when I have a bath, but I did not expect that. Maybe they just, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to pull the rest of my post and get that sorted. So I'll show you what else I've got going out today. So this is all stuff that I've got which is listed. The light's really weird and the contrast is really weird. Yeah, so I'm in the process of pulling stuff. I'm going to have to put some of this away because I've got all this to list. So I need to get all that put away so that I can, so I've actually got some room. Right, I pulled the rest of my stock. Weather's completely changed now. Look, don't have to like shunt up a bit. Okay, just done a toilet stop before there was an accident. Right, £20 I've got for this. I love this t-shirt. I was totally inflexible with my price at 20 because I just think this is just so fantastic. So we have got When I Die and They Lay Me to Rest, I'm gonna go on the piss with George Best on the back, and then the front is George Best. I spent a lot of my money on booze, birds and fast cars. The rest I just squandered. So I love this. So £20 is what that's gone for. Then I've got another stupid Sainsbury's thing here, which has been around for ages. It's got really cool sleeves, this has. But this has been kicking around for ages. I will not be picking up 2 from Sainsbury's furthermore, because it just takes up valuable real estate for not very much. Yeah, £7 for that, but it's free post as well. And then this is something, another one of the donation things which I've had from family, and that is just River Island, and it's a basic skirt, and it is size 6, but you know, fairly nice. But somebody offered me 6, and I just thought I need to shift some of this stuff because I don't have that much space. And then this is a really good sale. They wanted a long discussion about this, and they wanted to confirm the colour of blue, so I do hope that I've confirmed it properly. I do stuff on my mannequin, so that's the male mannequin, and then there's a half mannequin for the females. That's quite large though, so I can't get small shirts on that. But the mannequin stuff I don't do, because I have 2 windows there, and then what I have here is floor to ceiling windows. Well, it's the size of a doorway, and it is literally as much as that is. So it's like a doorway and a half, and you can see the light that we get in here. So the stuff that I have on the mannequin, which is natural light, always has the right colouring on it, the contrast colour. But sometimes the flat lay stuff is a bit off. So I did explain that to her, and then she says, "Oh, you're charging too much for this." It's 100% cashmere. Ellen Tracy, which is let me move my drink. It's a TK Maxx brand. I wasn't quite sure. She said that she'd spent £50. I had it up for 50, and she said that's what I'd paid for them at TK Maxx. And I says, well, I'm fairly flexible on price. Just send me an offer, because there was something wrong with the app yesterday. And when I replied to her messages, it literally opened 6 different messages and went wild on me, and it wouldn't give me the option to send her an offer with the message. So I just said, send me an offer. She sent me an offer of 38, so I accepted that. That's fine. I don't mind. I think I paid 4 for that. And that was actually locally, which makes me wonder whether I've missed a hole, because they never have decent stuff in the place near me. And then these guys, which I know are Christmassy, and you know, we're coming up to that time of the year when I probably could just have squeezed a little bit more out of this, but they don't sell for that much. I paid 25p for each of these, so I'm 50p in, and I got £7, but I have got to pay the postage on that, so there's not much money in this after fees. They are Kinder Le Ferrero Rocher ones. Yeah, I thought they might fetch more, but never mind, they're gone. And now apparently all the soft toys that I've got listed is down to like one little Jules bag, which hasn't sold. So I've got a big box of soft toys which have been donated to me by family members, so I need to get through them, which is why I need to shift on with this clothing that I've got, because I'd really like to get all that on. Which is another reason why it's been a good thing for me to not go outsourcing. You know, aside from the fact that I just don't want to be outside because I feel ghastly, I'm not spending money, and I've got so much on. And frankly, I'm disgraced in myself. I'm disgusted in myself with the stuff which I've got in my death pile, which should be a pipeline, but the pipeline seems to have got clogged up. There must be a fatberg, which I'll find soon. So yeah, although I like the sourcing bit and I do like the pipeline of it, I've really got to sort of get this backlog out of the way. I think the thing is that with all the lockdown thing, and I do feel like we probably are going to have lockdown, but it's just this anxiety that comes along with it is so ridiculous. I need to just get beyond that, because I've got Lego that I deal with. There's other ways of dealing with it, and I got through it, and all of the chores and jobs and things that I want to do I haven't achieved. So if we have a lockdown, it'll give me a chance to get on top of everything. And so I need to like chuck out that concept. And you know, I already stopped watching the news. I hadn't even read any of this stuff about Sarah Everard until this morning, which you know, yeah. You just, you know, it's best not to not absorb the news. I barely even absorb the weather anymore because I just look out of the window and just think, right, well, I'm going to gauge the fact that I'm going to be able to do photos today, so that's what I'm going to do, because I can't predict anything that's going to happen. So I am going to get these in the post and then come back. This random little thing here, that's actually our fire safe. And I know that sounds really weird, but you know, it's the fire safe, and it's because I need to there's a few things that I need to sort out paper wise, which is why I've got that out. So yes, I've got things I need to tick off my list. The list that I had that I created for September, I need to sort out the things which haven't happened and probably make a list of things which I need to do for October. So I'm going to get these in the post sharpish, and then I'll probably come on and tell you how much I've actually listed today, or not listed, or photographed. Photographed is the important thing, I think. Right, post that I've just shown you is done, but I've actually sold 2 more things. So I've got my post labels ready. So they are just some Levi's jeans. Somebody just sent me an offer of £18, so I just accepted that, and they have actually paid. I mean, this is a miracle. People who've actually like paid within 10 minutes of confirming that they want to buy things. It's just so exciting. Usually they just go completely missing. So I've checked that these addresses haven't missed anything off. Usually when I do my post, I print everything off, and then I have the app open on my phone, which I'm recording on, and then I check through it as I'm doing it, because lots of the time people write their history of life and loads of random extras onto their address, like leaving the cupboard near the sink, 5 metres into the garden to the left, and obviously that information doesn't end up, you know, it's more than the characters on it, so I tend to handwrite those things in. The other thing I've sold is this, which I only listed yesterday. I wasn't so enthralled with this when I came to list it, so I picked up 3 items of Hush. 2 of those are sitting now in my sewing pile, because one, it's got a V-neck, but it's got wear on the Bubarella section here, so I've got to sort that out. And then the other one, the button dress, it's got something wrong with the entire line of the buttons, so that's going to be quite a repair job. And then there was this, which, I mean, look at it, it's just so unassuming. I was sort of looking at the prices for Hush dresses yesterday, you know, and some of the Hush dresses, depending on whether Holly Willoughby has worn them, they go up to about £100. But this to me, I mean, this to me is just like a Jermaine Greer sort of knockabout dress. I put it on as sort of like artist's smock, even though the pockets aren't there, but it has got pockets. And fairly deep pockets. But I put it on for £20 because I just thought the colour is a bit washed out. You know, I know that the sunlight is on it, but it just felt like the colour was a bit washed out. I'm never quite sure with Hush. So evidently putting this on for £20 yesterday, you know, maybe I should have gone with 25 because somebody has just bought it straight away this morning. But I don't know. I just feel that anybody who was going to pay any more than that would have been really disappointed in it, because it's not, you know, that's black. My t-shirt is black and this has faded. So that was my reasoning for that. You know, I know that people can like wake the colouring up in it. I just don't think that there's much going with that. I've had other push things before. Sorry, rattling around. I've had a hush jumper before, which I thought was okay. What did it have? It had something on it. It had a logo on it, but I had it for literally 6 months with no interest. And you know, I hear other people like getting these extraordinary prices with Hush, but this one just sort of stuck around forever. I can't even remember what it was, but it just didn't appeal to the people who like Hush. So, you know, there you go. They obviously like nondescript tent dresses to make you look like Jermaine Greer. You know, just because I'm heading towards the 50 goal doesn't mean that I'm going to start dressing like that. But I think even some of the stuff which, you know, what's her name? Vivienne Westwood, some of the stuff that she wears in her private life, I just think, oh dear, I don't know if I want to grow old looking like a nutty woman wearing a smock. Right, so now I can go to the post office. I feel like I should hang around now, like I'm going to like get a load of sales, but of course that's not going to happen. And I need to go and get these other things photographed. I have another Hush jumper there, which is the one that's got that sort of like petrol washed out look. So I need to get that on Sharpish because somebody else has recently sold it, and I need to pull up what they had on their description because it was a really good. They put something like acid wash on it or something, and I can't. That feels like there's something wrong with it, so I need to get that description. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So let's crack on with this without any further ado. It's 4:45, Friday, the 1st of October. I've done all of that, including that jacket, which I decided wasn't for me because of Booberella. So all of that is photographed, ready to list. I feel terrible. I'm going to go, frankly, I'm going to go and have a nap. But if I don't have a nap, I'm going to deal with this, which is the rest of my sewing job, because I just don't feel like I can. I'm either going to sit and list, or I'm going to sit and do my sewing because I can't do anything taxing. My husband came back from work and he had a load of shopping, so I went down. I nearly fell down the stairs because I'm that faint, bearing in mind that we're 3 flights up, hence why we're going up and down the stairs. So I'm just a bit marked. So the things that I'm going to do are these sewing jobs, which I've got here. So I've got this whistle skirt here, which has just got a detached hem. So that's an easy mend. And then this is starting to become annoying. So this is a really nice blouse that I've got, which I did end up discovering. Where's the thingy on it? Yeah, so that was this, what is it? Maharashi. So I've already sat and mended something because the button was all flayed out, so I'd mended that and then found that there was some spares on the other side, but never mind. So I'd mended that, and then I went to photograph it. Well, I had it on the ironing board and I was just sort of like giving it a cool pressing, and then see my pegs, which tell me where the problem is. There's 2 random holes here. They're really normal, you know, they're really like rounded holes. And the weird thing is it's got, you know, what do they call them? Rivets or holes or breathing holes and the rest of it there. But the other sleeve doesn't have it, but they're so rounded. It didn't half look like what they were intended to be, but you see the other sleeve doesn't have it, so it's not that there's supposed to be some tie thing on it. It's also got a bleach mark, but that's on the other side. So part of me was like tempted to get some more of those what do you call them? I don't know what they call them. I'm just so frazzled. I need to go to sleep. I don't think these sewing jobs are going to happen. I think I'm going to go to bed. And I have to give in to the fact that I am ill. But I have achieved something today. So yeah, so I didn't know whether to just repair the hole and just tidy up from the back, which I think I will do that. But it's just that they were just so rounded. It just seemed really bizarre that there would be these rounded holes. But wouldn't there be 3 of them if it was anything like that? But then I don't know actually, because they're only on that side of the shoulder. There's none on that side. It's such an odd blouse anyway. So, I don't know. I'll have to have a look into that. I might look into seeing whether I can just get something to just put on that, because it probably is a better option than just putting a stitch into it. This, which I've already repaired, I should have just flung this in the recycling. But I've already done a repair job on this. So it had 2 pretty massive holes there, which I've tidied up. So that's one of them. And now I've found something else on the shoulder here. So I've got another hole there. Cha-choing, which I need to do. Again, I was able to go straight to it because I put my peg on it. And then I've got this. I've done my other Christmas jumpers, but this Macaulay Culkin one hasn't gone on because it's got something going on there, which somebody's already attempted to deal with. Really, I mean, look, somebody's already sewed it with really obvious black thread. So I'm going to take that out and I'm going to do it properly, you know, without sewing like a child. Now, this one's the difficult one. I don't really know what's happened here. I would have still picked this up, even though it had this error. So this is a button front dress. There is a seam issue there, which I'll deal with, and then the button hem is completely screwy. So it's the bit where the buttons are underneath it, but this button hem is totally screwed. So it's all aerated here and like somebody's ripped it off. So I'm going to tidy that up. It shouldn't be too difficult. I don't know why I just said that. These are jobs that I can do just sitting quietly. But that's Hush, so it'll be worth doing that. As I said earlier, that Hush thing that's just sold straight away. Then I've got this, which is an all-in-one, which has got, somebody's obviously been busted Brenda. Maybe it was the same busted Brenda who was wearing that. Yeah, same size. So yeah, she must have like a fuller chest than me, and had just gone because she's done the same with that. So I've just got to tidy that up. And this was annoying. Gotta check this. I don't know what it is with certain types of wool. This is a pure cashmere Marks and Spencer's thing, which has got a hole in it there. So I'm just gonna sort that out. Nobody will ever know. They're gonna know. They're gonna know. And then the rest of this in here, randomly, is stuff that I'm gonna model, but Lord only knows when. So I've just got 3 things there which I need to model, because they just will look stupid on the mannequin. This needs a pair of tits in it. It's off the shoulder and it just needs a pair of tits in it, and so what. This is a really nice jumper dress, but it looks ridiculous on the mannequin. It looks really nice on me, except for the fact that it doesn't. But yeah, that'll be done. That's Jane Norman. And then this thing, which looks, I've had the photos done for that, it's like a bag on the mannequin. It's vintage new look, so I need to get my husband to take photos of me wearing that. And he has a new iPhone, and then I also need to get him to do that because it's burgundy, and for some reason Samsung hates burgundy. Chatty Pete was talking about this trick that you can do with contrast-ish. You know, if you've got problems, you can just press your phone screen and it will hold the contrast. But that doesn't make a blind bit of difference with me and burgundy, because it always makes burgundy look like this colour purple and really washed out. So my husband will do photos of that, just so that they look all right. And that's that done. There is another thing in there, which has got these sort of studs on it, and they're all falling off, and a few other things which I'm just going to redonate. The hoodie that I've got, these studs coming off, I actually really like myself. It's Armani. When it comes to Armani, I think they're a bit, they sound like they should be quality, but they're not. These things, they're sort of like studs, but then they've got this piece of plastic over them, and they're all falling off because they're all over the place. So if I keep it, I've either got to tolerate the fact that they're going to be everywhere, or I just take them all off, which means they'll be a bit more brighter metal, and I quite like it because it's a bit rocky and gothy. So I probably will keep it because I do like a nice hoodie, and I've just got rid of one of my hoodies, so that probably is sticking around. So anyway, I'm either going to do this sewing or I'm going to go and have a sleep, but I do think I've achieved something. I might try and list 5 items. I have just done another repair job on something, which is why my sewing box is out. The Universal Works thing that I had, hoodie, which will probably sell really quickly. It had some cuff damage on it, which I've repaired, so that's going to get done. But nevertheless, this stuff will get done this weekend because I just haven't got it in me to do anything remotely lively. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. And sorry if the content's a bit boring, but I'm just feeling a bit boring, like I'm just gonna sink into quicksand or something. So I'll see you again soon, and hopefully we've cheered up a bit by then. Goodbye.